That was me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we are. There we are. We are live. Hi, Rabbi Brian. This is the Saturday service. This is Saturday service number 308, February the 7th, 2026. I am joined by a whole host of people. People, wave. Say hi.
Hi.
And we just had a very... I swear to you, I'm becoming more like Mr. Rogers every day I do this. We just had a very special guest before we went live. Who was our very special guest? We had a little friend named Dayton who is about 3 years old, and he joined us. And folks, did you notice how everyone treated him?
Oh, yeah.
I heard oohs and ahs and interests, and I think it need not be said, but hey, I'm in the religion business, so repeating things is often what we do. Why do we treat Dayton in one way and we treat older people in another way?
Because they're innocent.
Oh.
And I'm not... When I make a mistake, do I mean to make a mistake? No.
Not always. No.
Hopefully most of the time not. Yeah. I think it's amazing how we... And my example I used to always give was I'd have people draw pictures of themselves, and I'd have them hold up a picture of themselves, and I'd say, how proud are you? And the answer was not very proud. And I said, but if a 4-year-old handed you a picture that was poorly drawn, what would you say to that 4-year-old?
Oh, what a nice
Ball.
Boy, you need to work on your fine motor skills, kid. You stink. So by way of introduction, I think that we all know what we should be doing. We just slip some of the time. Let's be kind to ourselves. We got an hour together. Glad y'all are here. I had some... So on the challenge of some of the people in these boxes here, I'm trying... I usually start the service, this is from weeks ago, and I have a whole litany of cards, a whole collection of cards with thoughts that I want to share. But the more we do these services, the more I find out that it's what happens live that's more important than liturgy, or more important than the cards that I've prepared. I want to begin with a little bit of a review of some things that happened last week, and then we're going to get into a poem, and then I have no idea where we're going. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Everyone, good to see you. All right. Glad we're all here. Let's see how this goes. I think it's going to go really well. Some review. Last week I shared... Let me ask a question, and then I'll get to that. Do we like it better with me giant face-headed, or do we like it better where it's me and the whole crew? How many of you for giant-headed rabbi? And how many of you for, let's see, the whole crew?
We can adjust our own.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You can. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go back to giant-headed rabbi.
Well, for one thing, we can see the little cards you hold up. If you have the other taking up
That's
half
a
the
good
space,
point.
we miss some stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patricia.
Yeah, I switch back and forth. Like when I want to see something you're holding up, I go to the speaker view, and then I go back to the gallery later because I like to see people's faces. But that's just the way I operate.
It's all good. Thank you for sharing, Mary. All right, so last week I did I told the story, and one of you were so sweet about it. I told you that one of my neighbors asked me to stop playing We Shall Overcome at 7 o'clock every night because it was causing a little bit of anxiety for them. And my first words out of my mouth were, "Oh my gosh, thank you for telling me." And I just want to leave this as a little, maybe to try this at home, folks. Try this at home. If you can train yourself to agree with the other person, say, "Oh my gosh, you're 100% right," when they come at you with a criticism, a critique, play the math out. If I immediately agree with my neighbor, "Oh my gosh, Sharon, I'm so glad you told me," I've found for me that's the best, my best path to any resolution of conflict is me initially agreeing. And there's a story about the one guy who draws a line in the sand, and he says, "This is my side, this is your side," and the other person jumps straight over the line and says, "Now we're both on the same side."
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Awesome.
Let's try to agree first.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Yeah.
do we need? I'm good with that. Agree first. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to go over that happened last week, and also, hey, if there are questions or things that are lingering for you from last week, in a moment would be a great time to share those. I'm going to share one other thing. We have had a rule sounds, here's a suggestion, a thought. If the person we're listening to is speaking with about 70% accuracy, and I can tell you, Jane tells the story of how she and I met, and she's 29% wrong. I know exactly how that part happened, and she's off. If you can, and I heard this from a couples therapist, Terrence Reel, if you can, don't correct somebody if they're 70% accurate. They're 70% accurate, just leave it be. And I re-listened to yesterday's. I re-listened to service 30. Today's 308. I re-listened to 307. And there was a little bit of, hey, it wasn't a Tuesday, it was a Thursday. You know, these little corrections that didn't need to be done. And I wanted to, okay, everyone, we're going to big thinky right away. Those of you who've been with me long enough know Vygotsky's 5 stages of the zone of proximal development. The ZPD says that we learn in this way. How do I know you know it? I don't know that you know it unless you tell me that you know it. So help me out, folks. To learn something on a scale of 1 to 5, where 5 is I can do it perfectly. And if you don't know this, we're going to go a little bit faster than at base teaching level, but take it in, and then after the service, go to Maria's Pancake House and Tool Shed. Is that not it?
Yeah.
Maria.
Close enough.
It's close.
So you won't be corrected.
Right. Maria, you are of good grace. So level 5 is you can do something absolutely perfect. Level 0 is you can't do it at all. And question, do you know the levels in between? Stage 2 is what? What's stage 2?
My teacher tells me.
Hand holding.
You need a lot of help. You got your hand held. Somebody's telling you what to do. Stage 3.
Outside suggestions.
You get a hint from the outside. Yeah, thank you. You get a hint from the outside.
And fourth, I do it by myself.
Right. And then, I'm off the page. And then stage 4 is you get a hint
From the inside.
from the inside. You hint yourself. You say, "Oh my, I should have done this. Oh my, I wish I had thought that." Sorry, that was 4.3 for those of you playing for keeps.
Yeah.
What was I trying to say? Oh, here's ready. Grand unifying theory. With regard to the 70% rule, this group is currently with me at level 3. Yeah?
Yeah.
Notice the delightful lack of shame in education. Right? It's just where we are. We just find ourselves here at level 3 with regard to the 70% rule. Good. Okay. Next. Questions that you might have from last week. Things that we touched upon that need to be reclarified or... Okay.
What are you working at? What are you working at?
At the end of the service today, I usually send out a 2-point spiritual religious. Okay, that dog has got incredible beat. It seems to be on the right. Oh, wait. Well, muted now. At the end of the service, I send out the 2-point spiritual religious summary. When we get to the end of this hour, a little bit before the end of this hour, at the same time that sometimes people say, hey, I'm not going to stick around for the second hour, and we get to say goodbye to them. At that point, at the end of the service, if there's a thing that you think should be on that 2-point summary, not only will that reinforce learning for the entire group, but it will help me to not have to fish through and remember, as this is live, what the quotes are. Because some of you have noticed that some weeks, that's not what we talked about in the 2-bullet summary, but that's user error on my part. Okay.
No, I think that you are just at least 70% right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. We are going to start with a poem. We're going to continue with a poem. Look at that. It's little Rabbi in a bubble. This poem is called The Invitation by Uriah Mountain Dreamer, and as Jack helped us to see beforehand, the name Uriah, or in Hebrew, means light. Aya is the name of God, so it's God's light. God's light, Mountain Dreamer. And we are going to have a very special guest reader. Oh, not so. I really should have that picture of our special guest, not our special reader, in this circle. Hold on. Oh, look at that.
You.
I like that. That's nice. Nice face there.
Thank you, Emily.
I like that face. Yeah.
Thank you, Agnes. Folks, remember, the more you suck up to a religious official, the better your habitation in the world to come will be.
Love it.
Is that what Jane says?
Okay, I'm going
in
to
this
try
world?
this again. Hold on, people. Let me try it. Do I have a blank slide on 7? No. 8. No. Oh. 8. I'm going to treat myself like a 4-year-old. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nice.
Oh,
Look at that.
You really do like it yourself, don't you? Yes, look at that.
1, 2.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we are going to read this. I'm going to just leave the little circle there. And I'm going to ask my friend Diana. Diana,
Yes,
would you be so kind as to read us a poem?
I would love to.
Please.
Poem is very, very special to me, so I'm honored to get to share it with the group verbally. The Invitation. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your own sorrow, if you've been opened by life's betrayals or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own. If you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, be realistic, remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it is not pretty every day, and if you can source your own life from its presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and stand still at the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the moon, yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done. Children.
Feed the children.
It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside.
Wow.
Bueno.
Wow.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have a copy of that?
Yeah, could we have a copy of that?
There's a link in the chat.
Folks, we're all still thinking about the quote, I'm going to fix this, but think about what your answer to the question of what was your favorite part. What was the line that hit you? Go ahead, your mics are open. Go ahead, Carol, and then Agnes. Carol, were you going to say something? I thought I saw your hand. No? My bad. Agnes, then.
Well, the line that stood out to me, at least right now, is disappointing another. Are you, to be true to yourself? Yes. Because I disappoint my sister, my best friend, or whatever back home a lot. I'm most sure. But I don't care. I'm me and I'm who I am. And they've always often asked me, because I changed from what I was then to what I am now. And what happened to you is their big question. And I said, life, love, evolving, that's what's happened. So I don't really care. I just am myself, no matter
I love that. I love that. How many of us have found that it's really hard to do? It's really hard to be your authentic self. I see 2 hands up from more than one person. It's really hard to be true to ourselves knowing we're going to disappoint someone else. Having to set a boundary with someone else sucks. It's hard.
It does.
And as a teacher of mine said, when you set a boundary, the other person hardly ever says, "Oh, good for you. You just set a boundary. I'm so proud of you." is hard to disappoint another. Thank you, Agnes. Ron, and then Al.
Well, as a raconteur and as a person who wants others to like me, it doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you be faithless and therefore trustworthy? Wow. Al. Isn't it great to hear it in different people's voices? The same ding-dang line, but said by another person means something else? Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, for me, it's the section, it doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's very personal struggle for me.
You got one more sentence in you about that, Al?
Yeah, just, I've always given thought to, what I've got and where I came from and where I'm living. And it never feels like that's the point.
Right.
Go
ahead.
I was just going to say, so by so many measures and like in movies and stuff, sometimes it seems like that is the point. But I really, it doesn't feel like the point in my heart.
Yeah. It's hard when 99 people, what's that conformity test where they have 6 people in a row and 5 people give the wrong answer, and then the 5th person, by the 3rd time that everyone else gives the wrong answer, the 5th person will give the wrong answer knowingly.
Right.
And I love the way I just saw it was the experimenter said to the person, there's nothing, this is not a fault of you. This is something everyone does. So don't feel bad about yourself that you gave yourself where you had said to yourself, because I know I was saying to myself, no, I would stand up. I would say the right thing every time. You wouldn't. We don't. It's weird. All right, let's keep going. Anything else? Who else has got something on the Oriah Mountain Gord? Yeah, Gord. Unmute yourself, buddy.
Yeah, for me, it's the whole poem is beautiful, but I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it.
Yes.
Because the enormity of the pain and the unfixable nature of some of the pain, I just, sometimes you just want someone who gets your heart to just be with you.
Yeah, both sides of that, yeah. You need somebody to just sit with you in the pain. And Gord, we've never hugged or had a bowl of pasta together or any other metric of friendship. But I'm sure you've sat through other people's pain.
Yep.
It's a holy thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sit with people in their pain, not trying to fix them. Just sit with people in their pain.
Very sacred.
Rabbi Stephen's not here today. He does hospital chaplaincy work. Go ahead, Dan. I didn't see your hand was up. Sorry.
Yes, why not? I just want to ask a question. I'm not sure I understand the line about if you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. If somebody can say how that works. But
I tripped up on that too, Dan. And to be honest, I kind of should have flagged that play that I didn't understand that line either. I think the words are beautiful. I get a feeling, but I don't quite understand what that meant. So extra points to you for asking. Ron, take a stab at it, or then Mary.
Sometimes we make promises to people, and to fulfill that promise would require us to give up a piece of our own integrity. And we
So to
break
be
that
faithless and therefore trustworthy, because I know
Yeah.
you have broken. Well, that's deep. Mary, can we hear it in your voice too?
Well, now I have called up a copy of this from somewhere online, and my copy says, "I want to know if you can be faithful and therefore be trustworthy." So
Oh, I love
maybe-
it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, it doesn't
So
matter which is the real gospel, right? Let's slow
It's
down on the
70%
holy
right.
war. Yeah, there's no holy war over this. That's great. That's great. I mean, what besides poetry can be both true and the opposite be true at the same time? Oh yeah, lots of things. But good job, poetry. Jack.
Well, for me, it was a question of changing my belief systems. That line speaks to me. Or I did not no longer believe what they believed.
To be faithless and therefore faithful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of where your faith is. I mean, but people need to be able to trust you to be yourself.
Okay.
To know where you're coming from. It's like in traffic, you've got to show the other drivers what
your move's
you're
gonna be.
planning to do. Yes.
Yeah. It's a great analogy.
Right.
Reminder, when possible, I'd like us to speak from I statements, not one must and one ought. I think I might have started that off. Anything else from this poem? Forget the lines of this poem. What does this poem make you want to... How does this poem make you want to live differently? What would you do?
Rabbi.
Aviva, is that you?
Yeah, hey.
Hi, friend.
what's up? Hi. Who's speaking? Who's the person speaking in this poem?
I assumed it was the author. Help me out. I'm not following.
Yeah, I guess that's what I wonder. Are we answering to the author? Is this some like greater power?
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
know
I
what I
also
mean?
think I think when I read it, it becomes my voice. I want to know if you can sit in pain and not. So,
Thing in 5 minutes. Yeah.
okay, we got a rogue microphone on. Yeah, I think we become we. It's great that I just did the thing about I and you and we and them and one ought. Because I think that's what the poem does, is it forces the reader to become the person who doesn't care about what you have in your bank account. I lost Aviva on my screen. There you are.
I'm here. I'm here.
What do you
That makes
think?
sense. Yeah, when I hear it, it makes me feel my dad close by. Like he was just such a moral powerhouse in my life. So it almost feels like that witness. Like I like the idea of having a witness to integrity because nobody sees that stuff. That's what this poem is doing. It's like calling out the stuff that nobody sees. You know, the thankless things.
Go ahead, Diana. Thank you, Viva. And then Larice, I got you after Diana.
I just wanted to share a brief story of my husband and I when we went away for our first weekend away together when we were still dating. I read this poem to him.
Wow.
Because I was literally asking and issuing the invitation, can you be real with me? And in the end, we did go to the center of stand in the fire together. He didn't think he lived up to these, but he saw sort of, lofty descriptions of soul revelation, and yet was able to grow into that.
He was
It's
a good
true.
man. How long ago did Barry pass? We're coming on a year, aren't we?
Right at 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah, I saw it as an invitation for us to grow.
Beautiful.
How fortunate.
Yes.
So let me ask the question again. Oh, Larice, I don't want to forget you.
My heart opened up so hurt. My heart hurts from all of it because I get a little bit from all of it. Every one of those hit me. Every one of them. So I'm not prejudiced or anything from one line to the other. My heart is hurts from all that, and it's just amazing. I can't explain it. My heart's so full and hurts from everything. So yeah, I learned from all of it.
Thank you, Larice. Yeah. The poem as a whole. It's about being real.
Yeah.
I think I'll toot a horn later so you can hear, but I don't think I'm tooting my own horn. I think this is something that I do very well. Is I live... Somebody asked me recently, Brian, how brave you must be. And at this point, it's not bravery anymore. It's just who I am. Em, did you have a comment to make? You wound up on my screen. I don't know why. Hi, Em. Sorry about that. Somebody else talk. Say something. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Agnes, go right ahead, Agnes.
I had another thought. I don't want to take up everybody's time, but it's when it said sit with pain. It came into my mind. That's what Stephen ministers do. They sit with somebody in their hopes and their pain and whatever, and help God. They take it on, but they listen to them. You know, I don't think I could do that. I could listen to somebody with their pain, but if some Stephen minister, I think their passing or their whatever would hurt me too much, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm supposed to do. But I can always pray about it and say, well, maybe one of these years I would do that. But that is, Stephen Minister, sit with your pain.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shmuley.
Yeah, thinking about sitting with each other's pain, it brings me the idea that we're all in this life together. We should not be separated. We should not see each other separated. But really, we're all in this together, and yeah, we need to sit with each other's pain and not necessarily say something, but just be there.
Yeah.
With the other person, letting them know, hey, I'm with you.
Yeah, but you're a chaplain, buddy. You're trained at this. You have flight years. I would say though, Agnes, Shmuley doesn't have any special skills. No offense.
He
Pablo Inglés.
It's just he's practiced at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, the ones who know me, you know that I talk a lot. I like to talk. But it's a times of silence, really, when we get to know each other and to really, minister. You don't need
Amen.
to talk. You don't need to anything. Just sit with the person.
Yeah. But I'm going to take Jack in a second. Thank you, Shmuley. You can't well lead someone where you've not been.
That's right.
You can sit with someone in pain until your pain tolerance gives out. And but sitting with someone's pain, it's a skill. It's just a practice. Go ahead, Jack. It's a practice, and part of the practice is for me to sit in my own pain. And the more I've been able to sit in my own pain, the better I've been able. Like the one redeeming factor of sitting in my pain is I can sit through other people's pain.
Amen.
Amen.
Jack, and then Karen. I don't know if that was a hand going up. No, it was not. Sorry. Go ahead, Jack.
Well, I would not be here in this group if I didn't really recognize from the very beginning years ago that you are one of a few people who speak with an open heart.
Yep.
Well, it's funny because I see 39, 30. Oh, Meg, you can kick my ass later.
All right. Happy to.
I speak with an open heart. I might do it with the elegance of Portuguese, but everybody's doing the same thing. I see a lot of open-hearted sharing. I think that's why y'all keep coming back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just to see me do it, but to see other people do it and have that really healthy form of envy that says, or healthy form of jealousy, whichever word you rather, that says, I want to be able to be open-hearted too. I'd like to live in real time with my feelings out.
Whoops.
Yeah.
But you're really good at facilitating.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Jack. Yes, I'll take that.
The whole discussion.
What happened?
Folks, you know, I taught high school math for a lot of years. And if you can teach 16-year-olds that something factorial is something they need to learn, and they didn't have a choice. I used to call the school the mandatory day prison.
Oh, wow.
I was like, y'all are forced to wear uniforms. You have to do things according to a bell schedule. And they and of course they felt seen because some adult had seen the pain they were under, the reality they were in. Okay, wait. I was getting a little babbly. But let me take in the compliment, and then Meg, you can hackles down. I'll take in the compliments. Thank you all. I do feel I have some skills here, and I'm glad to share them.
Good.
I can't imagine what it would be otherwise.
And if you allow me to add something, and that is the reason why we all share with our heart, because you taught us to do that.
Yes.
Good. Those skills grow as you share them.
Amen. Amen. I do have, somebody sent me an email after last week's service, and they said, your ability to teach without shaming is remarkable.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
That's what we did with the moments ago, with the 70% being at, our 70% role being our 70%, we are at 3. No judgment. It's just sometimes the car's out of gas. No judgment. It's just how it is. Sometimes we're at level 3 and we wish we were at level 5. Oh, with blah, 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 blah. I have too many thoughts. I'm going to stop. I want to bring this one in. I had heard a quote last week that I was like, yeah, this is true. What is going on with my screens? There we are. This is a quote from Oliver Wendell Holmes, Chief Justice for a while. He said, greatness is not in where we stand, but in what direction we are moving. Say it again. Greatness is not in where we stand, but in what direction we are moving. I saw this quote, and I instantly felt better. And why? Because I've been trying to achieve greatness. I've been trying to get greatness. Like the poem says, I don't care how much money you have, I want to care about your soul. I've been trying to become great. But greatness is not what I have, what I stand, where I am. But greatness is in which direction I'm moving. I don't have to be great. I just have to be facing the right way.
And move.
Actually, it's saying you are great when you're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
have
not-
to stand in a particular place.
It's not where we stand, correct. Greatness is not where we stand, but in what direction we are moving. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm going to try a little thing. Okay, ready? Everyone take a look at the quote. Take a look at the quote. Take a look at the quote. Who remembers what the quote says?
This is not.
Greatness is not
You
where
don't
we
have to
stand.
get it in the exact words that Wendell Holmes got it. But
It
can you
just
get the
stands
more...
individual.
Yeah. And the point of a little quiz like this is not to induce any shame. The point of it is just to see what you know.
Mhm.
Did you know it? Yes or no? Not you're an idiot, you didn't memorize it instantly. But did you get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Does it work for you?
Yes.
Sorry.
Greatness is not where I am, but which direction I'm facing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving.
Moving, not facing, moving.
That's the
Oh,
75th
interesting. So I could be... No, thank you for that. I can be moving in the right direction without facing the right direction, which might be dangerous, but it's possible.
Yeah.
I could be moving towards love while facing slightly southeast. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. And another saying that I really like that I think is related to the concept is we're not called to be successful, we're called to be faithful.
Right.
You know, when you're faithful, what you're trying, it might not work, or it might not work right away, but you still got to follow, your leading.
Right. That's similar to what I think Al was saying, but I got a little bit lost there for a second.
Well, what's the name of the group?
This group?
Yeah.
Hang Time with Rabbi Brian?
What's your point, Jack?
What are you getting at, Jack?
We have one foot in one part of our belief system, and the other foot getting out of that.
Religion outside the box.
Oh, religion outside the box.
Does that mean we're moving?
In what direction we're moving? Hold on.
Where our hearts are.
Yeah.
The heart does not betray you, ever.
Greatness is not in where I stand, but in what direction I am moving.
Well,
Okay, I see I got repeat customers. Do I have anyone who hasn't shared or doesn't share much who wants to get a word in? Daniel? Is that an open? Yeah, you, Daniel. I know you.
I was thinking,
Maybe.
and there is a sense of needlessness about.
Wait. You have to say that again, Daniel. Something went audio funny for a moment.
There's a for me. There's a sense of kind of the nebulousness or the lack of definition about where I'm going. It is less. It's less. There's the vagaries of where I'm going are something, as are where I'm standing right now, and I feel that oftentimes I or we, whoever we might be, need to know the solidity of where I am right now. Where am I right now? Where there's some comfort in that. However, where I'm going is my greatness. But that greatness is so undefined sometimes, or often, or all the time. If you're just going there, you're not there, so you're not there. I don't know how to explain. There's sort of a lack of solidity in where I'm going versus where I stand right now, And that can cause some friction and some pain and some discomfort for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so what do you do?
It depends on how much when I ate last. The I think, a lot of it is just for me, it's just repetition of what my goals are, what my beliefs are, and just trying to maintain the stability of what I am. And, things happen and life throws stuff at you. And I begin to doubt. And I'm like, maybe where I'm going isn't the right thing to do. I'm a big fan of let's try to move the needle a little bit. I feel like I'm constantly trying to move the needle in different directions. But moving the needle is so hard, whereas this is what I did. This is where I am. So what do I do? Just breathe into it and try to do my best moving forward. Lean into the 70%. Just keep moving forward.
I love it. Daniel, I'm going to try something, and then we'll go to Anne. Daniel, you're not great because of where you are. You're great because of the direction you're moving in.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Shmuley will take Anne and then you.
I was getting a little bit geeky on the rhetoric in this quote. And what I like about it is there's actually two contrasts. You have standing and moving, as well as you've got not where you stand, but what in direction you're moving. So you've got the direction and you've got the movement. We talk about sort of spiritual growth and action and change versus just standing still. So it doesn't matter which direction you're facing, as long as you're actually, like, the direction matters, but also the movement matters.
Yeah. It can't just be thinking about it. It's got to be some movement. Undefined how much movement that has to be, but yeah.
Yeah.
Shmulerific.
One of the this conversation brings me to a conversation that I was having with my daughter, Maggie's eldest, about the direction that we're taking and the direction that the world is going. And I was saying, well, I believe that we are moving into greatness. I don't think that humanity is devolving, but it's evolving. And that helps me not to be hard on myself. I try to do my best, and I let nature to run its course.
Thank you.
And as long as we are moving into that direction of unity and helping each other, which is what nature does, then we're in the right track.
Thank you, Shmuley. Thank you. Let's all take a little bit of comfort in this. And while we're here, so that's going to be one of the two spiritual religious points, is this Holmes quote. Easy peasy. The other thing that's going to be in the 2-point spiritual religious, also / time for you who are showing up at this service to reiterate to yourself so that you can get some learning happening. More long-term than just a short-term thought. We're going to do that in a moment. First, I have a few announcements to make. One, thank you for those of you who have been making monthly donations to Religion Outside the Box to help keep this good work going. Please give it an amount that feels reasonable and appropriate for you and what works for you. Thank you. 2, hey, I have an announcement to make. I don't know how many of you know this one. It's okay not to be okay.
Not to be okay.
Not only that, but that was a picture.
Yeah.
That was last week's. I thought that would be very funny. That was just me. It's okay not to be okay. Folks, this is like the one thing that has been said more during these 300 and plus services than any other phrase. It's okay not to be okay. Are you having a hard time? Yeah? All right. You're having a hard time. It's not you're having a hard time, let me fix it. It's you're having a hard time. It's okay. You're allowed to have a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
We all got this message was so distorted in all of our childhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother.
I know that because you wouldn't be here otherwise. All right, next. On my little shard of yardstick. Oh, I found out that the place that's making yardsticks and meter sticks isn't making them any longer.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Don't include us in your
Dad joke. It's a dad joke.
Yes.
in your silly joke.
Folks, do you know what makes a dad joke officially a dad joke? It's apparent.
Oh.
There you go again.
Dad jokes,
Don't encourage
mom.
him.
There are mom jokes. There are mom jokes, and mom jokes can go far, but dad jokes can go farther.
Oh.
Don't say that with a Boston accent.
Yeah, Boston.
Harder.
Good father.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah. Apparently, I gave a here. It says on this. It says right there. It says, "Love them anyway."
Mm-hmm.
Love them anyway. They might not be deserving of it, but love them anyway. Daniel, what do you got?
I just have to share. This is the second time I've attended one of these beautiful sessions, Rabbi. The last time you'd made that same yardstick ruler joke, it was crickets. No one laughed. This got a nice laugh on it. So I think your delivery has improved. Just saying.
Well, it's not how the joke lands, but it's in what direction the joke is going.
Oh. Now
All
we're
right.
getting philosophical.
All right, folks. Pencils down.
Pencils down.
Uh-oh. Wow. Let's do that. Sorry about that. Take a look at your answer. What is the thing you are taking with you from today's service, which is short and pithy and could fit on an index card? Is there a thing you're taking? I will make up what we talked about if I have to. Is there a thing? I actually have another thing in my mind. What's something
Actually, I'm taking that whole the invitation, which
Yeah.
doesn't fit on a 3x5 card. I'm
Right.
taking that.
Yeah. What else are you taking?
Laugh at our humanness.
Laugh at our humanity. Yeah, at our humanness. I might put in something about a 70% rule. Because I figure if we're struggling with it, other people are struggling with it too.
And it's okay not to be okay.
And it's maybe that's the second one. Because we hear it all, every week. Yeah, it's okay not to be okay. Yeah, Larice. You're on mute, honey. Your phone is muted. It'll take you a moment to unmute it. There you are.
Why do we have to put a percentage on anything anyway? A percentage on everything.
I might be about 50% wrong on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there,
Oh, God.
there he goes again.
I think it's so. Why is it that the other person's 70% right? It's just close enough. I like having a number more than just saying if they're close enough, let it go.
Is that your math? Is that your math education?
Could be.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else with a thing you're taking with you? I'm going to share another. My core Wednesday group. You either come up with something or I start a new topic right now. Oh, that's
Hey,
threatening.
I got something.
What do you got, Al?
I got that we can all read the same poetry, but what we walk away with is something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would we pray for the sick?
Yes, let's do that. Oh my gosh, I would have forgotten. Thank you, Carol. Maria, help us out.
Okay. These are the people to whom we are sending light and love. Joe Ludwig, Ken and Cheryl, Shirley W., Jeff, April O., Cullen and kids, Patrick, Daryl and Lois, Jim Carver's family and friends, Elizabeth, Jeff Ashmead, Michael and Myron, Rabbi Brian, Joan H., Paul and Marjorie S., Gwen and Reed, Shmuley and Maggie, Portia, Kirsten and Davy, Rita S., Keith S., Dan C., Karen and Neil, and Bob and Gray. If there is another person in our community to whom we can offer light and love, please put their name in the chat and I will add them to the list on Facebook. And for the people who aren't named, but who are in our thoughts, we send them light and love as well.
Thank you, Maria. Let's take a minute. Thank you all. I'm going to end with somewhat of a benediction. That's a weird religious-y word. But it's just a hope. And I hope that all of us in the hours, days, and weeks that come are able to do a little bit more living real, like that poem was talking about sitting in the pain, about showing our real selves. And I hope that in the next week we're able to be compassionate to others when they're 30% off, and that we're able to be compassionate to ourselves and remember that 70% is probably good enough. I thank you all. You're all on the screen. Let's wave goodbye to the people on Facebook and the people watching on YouTube. Y'all welcome to join us again next week.